Welcome to MDS Financial and the trading system built into Market Analyzer. What we're going to have a look at today is building trading strategies using Market Analyzer. From the testing that I've done, I've found that over 90% of the indicators do not produce good tradable results. And there's a small handful of indicators that produce excellent results when trading. So today we'll show you how to find out which ones work and which ones don't. To do that, we're going to use the trading system in Market Analyzer. Click on Menu, Analysis, and go to Trading System. And today we're going to build a trading system from scratch. To do that, we create a new strategy. Are you sure? Yes, I'd like to create a new strategy. And a new strategy, we've got to enter our entry formulas, exit formulas, and stop losses into the system. The first thing we're going to set is the entry. I'm going to add, and you'll see there's a wide range of possibilities. There's a huge list down through here of possible entry strategies. So built into this, you've got your price patterns, things like bearish gaps, bearish islands. You've got your fundamental ratios, such as debt ratio above or below a certain level, or net profit above and below a certain level. And then you've got your standard indicators, including things like your stochastic, your RSI, MACD, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, etc. As well as the MDS pre-alert indicators in the top here. The strategy we're going to build today is quite a simple one. The day of the week is Monday. We're going to enter a trade. Now this strategy may not make a lot of sense, but it's doing it for illustration purposes. We're going to exit the trade not on a specific exit formula, but on a stop loss. And we're going to add in a floating stop with a 3% trail on it. So this exit will follow 3% behind the price, and when the price falls back to that level, it will exit the trade. I'm going to check over here the trade settings. We're going to enter at the last price, exit at the last price. Maximum value on a trade is $5,000. And we'll allow multiple open positions. We're looking at the ASX top 20, and for now there's no brokerage being shown here. Once we've finalized the strategy, we click on Save. Enter a name for the strategy, and we'll call it Test Strategy, and click OK. The system is now ready to be used by the backtester. Click OK. And we go to the Run Strategy tab. You see Test Strategy is in here, and we're going to set the period we want to run the test on, from the 1st of the 1st, 2005 to the 31st of the 12th, 2008. And we're ready to go. Click Run Backtest. Now what the computer's doing here is analysing the top 20 companies in Australia. It's entering, in this case, on the Monday, or whatever entry criteria we set, but it's entering them all on Monday, and then it's exiting on a trailing stop loss. Now, the idea of entering a trade on a Monday is a ridiculous idea. That shouldn't be a valid strategy. But what we'll see is that many of the strategies that come out deliver very similar results to just buying on a Monday. And what you'll find is that many of these strategies work very well in a bullish market environment and not so well when the market turns bearish. So we're getting through the list now. Woodside Petroleum is the last one on the top 20 companies. And what it will do now is build the report which shows us a chart of the profitability. And this is known as an equity curve. Ideally, the equity curve should slope from the bottom left up to the top right hand corner of the chart, and we'll have a look and see what this equity curve looks like. So what we can see from this equity curve is that the equity curve climbed up during the bullish market, reached a peak of around $60,000, and then fell away during the bearish environment down to around just under $20,000 profit over a 4-year period. So the strategy makes money in a bull market and loses money in a bearish market. And this is common to most strategies based on other indicators. Now, just buying on a Monday doesn't seem like a particularly valid strategy, But if we look at something like the MACD, it looks pretty similar. The MACD, you get a crossover in the two averages, then what you're looking for is an entry signal. It follows the trends as they occur. But what we find is that this makes money in a bullish environment and loses money in a bearish environment, and ends up making about the same amount of money as just buying on a Monday. Not all strategies do this, and about 5% of the strategies don't work at all. This particular strategy here simply makes very little money when the markets are bullish and loses money when they're bearish, so not a great strategy to even start with. And there's another about 5% of the strategies that make money regardless of the market conditions. And these ones here, the ideal situation is this curve slopes from the bottom left up to the top right hand corner and is as smooth as possible. As we can see here, there's a little bit of bouncing around through 2008, but overall the curve has been rising through that whole time. Now, this is an ideal strategy, and there's about 5% of the indicators built into Market Analyzer have a curve similar to this. We'll be taking a look at the different indicators that are available and looking at the ones that work in both bullish and bearish environments. So keep an eye on the blog and keep up to date with the latest trading strategies that work in the current market environment. Once you've decided on the strategy you want to use, you can find the shares that meet this criteria each day using the Market Analyzer built into the Market Analyzer platform. So this will bring up the shares that meet the criteria once you've chosen a strategy to trade. I wish you all successful trading.